He's just so fucking mad.
He's so mad.
Oh my god! And he's like one of the more reasonable voices now. The madder ones were the ones that really came out on top. All right, let's fucking do this. Make dinner.
You gotta eat.
Gotta eat. Gotta pick peppers. Okay. All right. Are you cocked, locked, and ready to rock?
Let me check. Yep.
Got it. You got your cock out. Yep.
Oh, out?
Hold on. Why do you think we got this nice tablecloth?
It's not very long over here on this side. There's not a lot over here.
Didn't figure you needed to be that long.
I'm trying to catch a peek.
On this week's SOD, Epic stealing your V-Bucks, we get proof that the USA is the worst place on Earth to work for game devs, and No Man's Sky has never been more popular. Later, we turn TV shows into video games and then tell game developers what games they should remaster. You've just logged into the 3-Bit Gamer Show. Welcome to the 3-Bit Gamer Show. I'm JD.
This is Peterson.
And whatever. It's not the best day.
It's not the worst day.
They can't all be winners.
Yeah, no, they can't. That's true.
And I feel like it's important not to expect that they're all going to be good days.
It's good to acknowledge when your day is not a winner day, when it's just a little bit of a crappy day. That's okay.
And that it is okay. Because sometimes they're just garbage days. And on that note...
Kudos. We better start with kudos.
Play. I did the Jackson laugh one.
I like that.
Bring us back up a little bit.
Mm.
All right, our news this week is brought to us, as with all weeks, by Crave Cookies. Crave Cookies is an amazing cookie shop. You go to cravecookies.com. You can check out all 50 locations. I opened the 50th one.
50?
Mm-hmm.
Look at you.
Then we're going to close one. And then next time I go open one, it's going to be 50 again.
50 again.
So I'm going to open 50 locations twice.
Dude. What? Nice.
Yeah, so I think the real celebration is going to be 51. We get over that hump. That's when we're going to be like, we got to 51. We'll see.
Just keep
we're just going to keep
Wait.
hovering at 50. You say humping?
Well, you said get over the hump, and then I was like, keep humping at 50.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just stay on that hump.
We're not big enough to have an HR department, but it feels like we're trending in that direction. Like we may need to have one based on this conversation.
Give me a call. Wait, am I the problem though? That's the
Is
HR person you
usually
want.
the problem?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Crave Cookies, you guys already know the menu. You go to cravecookies.com right now. We got a 2-week menu, so it's right there. Sorry, no spoilies this week.
We don't have the spoilers this week.
But I can tell you, it's freaking amazing. Have you checked it out yet? I know some of our listeners
I haven't gone.
I think Skylar one got the someone checked out that Biscoff,
the cheesecake one.
Yeah,
He said
it's been very popular.
It was good.
I already ran out of raspberry filling. I had to take some more to the store.
Really?
This morning, yeah.
Nice.
It's been really good. So, and that banana cream pie, always a hit.
That's not my thing.
Yeah. Some people really like it.
I know.
It's got our homemade whipped cream on it, which
I know people love it.
Baller.
The homemade whipped cream is good.
It's legit.
It really is good.
Yeah. So, go to cravecookies.com, get the app. I strongly recommend the app. That's the way to do it.
I don't have the app.
It's just like if you always fly on Delta and you don't have Sky Miles. That's basically the equivalent here. So if you don't have the app, you're just missing out.
I mean, I have
free cookies, free money.
So I don't know. I don't have the rewards program that was asked me. And then they're like, do you want to save it or to use it? And I'm like, save it.
Oh, I always save mine. I never use it. Before I started working in Crave, I had so many free points.
Save it.
Just save it forever. For what? Just because.
I don't know. What if I one day need a really big cookie order?
It gives you a status, actually. So you get from silver to gold and then I think platinum.
How do I get up there?
Just keep hoarding coins.
All right.
So
it's Crave coins.
Get your Crave coins, get your cookie coins, and get your cookie on. I have to do this. IO Interactive is rethinking the publishing game after their Mind's Eye disaster. This is kind of a smaller story, but this week they're all small.
Honestly, we're like, we kept going through the news, and I was like, there are
3
news
days in a row.
stories here, but there's like,
Fluff.
yeah, it's just like Silk Song. It's
Yeah,
like,
it's
guess what we did in Silk Song this
Silk
week?
Song
That was all the
sucked.
news.
all of the air out of the room,
Mhm.
and there's really not a lot else going on. But you guys, we talked about Mind's Eye, which was developed by Build a Rocket Boy. That may be what triggers your memory.
Mhm, that is.
This studio called Build a Rocket Boy made a game called Mind's Eye, and the launch was disastrous. Easily Blurstein nom, no problem on this one. But there were big performance problems, and they said the devs were working around the clock to fix these problems. Sponsored streams were being canceled like the minutes
Oh, wow.
before they happened. Like there was one I watched where the guy had everything pulled up and ready, had the big banner on there, like with the game. He's pimping it to all his followers, and then he gets a message from his manager like, they're not going to do it. You got to be in real deep shit.
Real bad.
If
That's what
you're
I was
like,
just thinking.
We don't want them to advertise our game at this point.
Like, please don't let anyone see what this is.
Yeah, we don't want this out there. Because, I mean, honestly, it's one thing having your players who spent money playing the game and being disappointed with it, but people watching a stream where the streamer is running into the issues live in front of an audience of thousands of people.
Mhm.
Oh, that's such a bad look.
If this is a $7 game on Steam, that's actually probably a great thing for the game.
Because then people
are like,
buy
I
it
want to
'cause
do
it's
this.
funny.
That's hilarious.
Yep.
If this is a full-priced game, which I believe this is,
you'll kill your game.
done.
Kill your game
No,
immediately.
and no one's gonna buy
Imagine if you could watch movie critics' reactions live when they watch like the latest dumpster movie from Eli Roth or something, and they're just like, ugh.
it. Oh,
No,
yeah.
you're not gonna watch that.
You're just
movie.
like, yeah, I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah.
If it's some little dumb indie movie that's
Fun.
like hilarious,
I'm gonna go
you're
watch
like,
that.
I'm gonna watch
That's
it because
funny.
this seems bad. That's funny.
So Mind's Eye was basically DOA based on its launch.
Yeah.
And something that I wasn't aware of when we reported on this story is IO Interactive they were the publisher for this. They actually founded IOI Partners to handle publishing of outside games last year, and Mind's Eye was their first game. That was their first one. And so not a great start. You
Mhm.
form a company basically to publish this game and to see how it goes. And if you guys aren't aware, IO Interactive, they're working on the latest 007 game. They do a bunch of games, but they've never really published games outside of their own internal studio. And so the CEO, Hakan Abrak.
Nope.
Hakan Abrak. I mean, all of these are dope. He does seem like
Hawk on a Brock.
he does seem like some sort of comic book villain. He's talking to IGN in this interview, and he says, quote, IO Interactive will publish our own games internally. IOI Partners? Well, that remains to be seen. I don't really know. Let's see. IO Interactive,
Okay, I was like, why does
Hitman.
IOI sound so familiar?
Mm.
That's the evil company in Ready Player One.
It is.
I was like, there's something
it is.
else with that. That's why I've been Googling. I'm like
Yeah.
frantically Googling.
It was
It's like, what are
wondering.
It's called, that is the,
They were doomed from beginning. So they've
Why did
really
they do
only done
this?
Hitman and Kane and Lynch. Like that's what IO does. And they try to divert. They try to just okay. We're gonna do something. We're gonna do something outside of our wheelhouse.
Yeah.
We're gonna do publishing. And honestly, if you watch this game, Mind's Eye, it looks pretty fun. Honestly, it's like a shooter.
Yeah.
And if it worked, you could see how it would be kind of enjoyable.
Yeah.
Like a standard, nothing exciting. It's not gonna.
I'm gonna blow your mind. It's not gonna be the best
But like it's
game
a
of the
game
year.
that's going to sell, and if you do your due diligence by hiring streamers to partner with you on it, maybe you can get a decent game out the
You
door.
could
and
get a
make some
return
money.
on your investment.
Not now, and I
No.
think so. What's interesting, the reason I put this on here, other than the fact that news is so sparse this week, was because
I was surprised he had one story. I'm
Yeah.
not kidding. JD was like, I went in and put news stories in, and I went and looked at the news, and I was like,
Yeah.
where did you get this story? I don't even know where he found
Digging
this.
deep.
Like this is
digging deep. Like Mines of Moria, Mines of Newsia is where I found this one.
Dug too deep.
I dug too deep.
We're in trouble.
And I just think it's fascinating that the world of publishing is so very vastly different, that you can be a successful game studio that pumps out. I mean, you do Hitman games, and everyone likes those, and you have success.
You've got your audience.
The publishing is a completely different animal.
Yeah.
And it also speaks to, I would say, the unbridled arrogance of studios or companies like Embracer or Microsoft that thought, well, we could just jump in and just publish games like crazy. It's easy peasy. You guys make the games, we put them out. And it's like, no, you are absorbing a shit ton of risk here and doing a ton of work, because Lord knows that IOI partners put a bunch of money and time and labor into this investment, which you said, like it had no return, negative return. And these are driving, the lack of publishing partners is driving a lot of the layoffs here in the US. And this is not encouraging. So the question is, like, is the route of having a publisher that comes in with the money and the marketing and the experience, is that still a viable strategy for small to mid-tier studios? Or are they going to have to figure out how to self-publish, like, moving forward? Because publishers are going to be very, very hesitant, very risk-averse moving forward.
And there are several studios that do their own publishing. I do think that's probably
because that's the thing that kills us here.
The way to go.
Is we're going to have, this is like the eroding of the middle class in America. This is like the middle class of video games. And you're either going to be, I don't know, homeless, AKA doing an indie game, or you're going to be AAA. There's not going to be anything between AAA and indie games if there's no route for small to mid, which we're talking like 50 to 100 employees, which you're not going to be able to pay out of pocket. Eight developers working part-time, easy. Like, yeah, you guys can make Raft. You guys can make a game that makes a couple $1 million. But anything larger than that, you're going to need a partner. You're going to need a publisher. And if publishers are like, no, we're not doing that shit.
If they don't want in.
All we're going to have is fucking Call of Duty. Like, that's going to be all games. Call of Duty and then single dev indie games.
I do feel like there will always be some sort of bro who's going to be like, dude, let's do the public. Because, like, publishing is theoretically
publish a game or
like
some
the
shit.
easier side of it.
Yeah.
Because they're not doing the dev work. But there's risk. It's a risk. It's like being an investor, right?
Oh, absolutely.
There's like a risk involved with this. So like, there's going to be some.
This is a risk that no financial
advisor,
any financial advisor on earth, do not publish a video game. Just like when you, what was the
especially
game?
Lately.
What was the studio? You tried to invest in Embracer or something?
Yeah, and it wouldn't let me.
Yeah, you're like, no.
Fidelity was like, I don't think so. And I was like,
no.
I was all pissed. And
my
I'm like,
fucking money. And they're like,
Fidelity.
well, do you want it to be?
Yeah. You know what? We're smarter than you, though.
So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Nothing great. Epic removed an Xbox exploit that allowed people to get free V-Bucks. Free bucks. And then they started clawing them back from the people who didn't know their V-Bucks are fraudulent.
Yeah. So that's
V-Buck fraud.
Like, I get it, but at the same time, like.
Yeah, so let me explain what was happening is that people were buying V-Bucks through Xbox, applying them to their Fortnite accounts,
yes,
and then getting refunds through Xbox, but the V-Bucks would remain on their account.
Okay.
So it's just a lapse in the programming here. But people figured this out pretty quickly.
Right.
And they started doing it en masse with multiple accounts, farming V-Bucks, and then they'd buy items and sell the items for real money. And like gray markets, from what I understand.
Yeah.
And then the people who bought these items on these gray markets were not involved in the scheme, didn't know that this is how
they don't know how it was.
They were just buying a cool skin that was cheaper on this market than it was you could get for V-Bucks. And then all of a sudden they lose them.
Gone.
Because Epic has gone back and they're looking at people who have made more than 7 refunds during this period. And then so any of the V-Bucks, that's a lot. How's your credit card not get flagged at that point? Your credit card's like, yeah, my credit card company sees me.
Snip.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, you had like 7 refunds at Smith's. We're just gonna like not let you spend money.
Just don't go to Smith's anymore. Like, what do you?
Yeah.
Do you not know how to shop? Like,
which costs money. It costs like like you got to know that this was coming because, like, for example, if I process a refund at Crave, that costs us money.
Right.
The credit card company's not eating that. We're eating that. So you're doing something that not only is costing Xbox money each time you do these refunds, but you're stealing also these V-Bucks from Epic. I guess that's probably why they were cranking on this so hard, is they knew this gravy train was coming to an end.
Right.
So the people who were purchasing these items that were purchased with fraudulent V-Bucks were losing their items, and they're like, what the fuck? Why?
Like, what is... Why can't I have this item?
And Epic explained in like this big long Twitter post, or Fortnite, I guess, why they were doing it. And they were just saying, like, yeah, if you were dishonest shit, then you lost your crap.
Then yeah.
But they let's see, the removed items will stay removed for anyone who received 7 or more refunds, and for items received through gifting from players who made 7 or more refunds during this time. So I think that's how these gray markets worked. Is they'd say, give me money, send me, Venmo me, whatever.
Yeah, Venmo me, or like
and then
eBay.
I'll gift you the skin, and then the skin disappears because it was attached to that. So
yeah,
ultimately, yeah, it's going to kill these aftermarkets for skins. Which, that's hard for me, honestly. Like, I'm trying to think back. The only time I've, in my life, ever cared about skins was when we played League of Legends. And I didn't care that much.
No, you didn't care that much. Like, I wasn't caring enough to, like, spend significant money on them. Like, I think I spent, like, $20.
Grand total.
Once.
Yeah.
Most of the time, there'd be, like, a $5.
Because my girlfriend started working at Epic at that time and could give me as many skins as I wanted, and I was like, just send me like a scale one.
Whatever.
I just don't care that much.
I don't care that much.
The idea of going to a third-party vendor, going like you said, like eBay or somewhere,
I would
to get
do
a
this.
20% discount on skins.
This sounds like way too much work.
Exactly. That's
like,
what I'm saying.
I don't want to do any of that.
That seems like I just want this Fortnite skin so bad. And the game we already discussed is struggling to keep players in it. And you're like, I've got to look really good for the 95 bots in the game I'm playing.
And like skins in that game are like, for the kids, are a huge deal. My kids will literally be like, dude, you got killed by a basic or whatever. And I'm like, just like do like a default. You got killed by a default. And I'm like, how does it matter? Like, and then they're like, dude, some streamers, they just play the default skin just to like, troll people, and I'm like, how is that a troll? Why do you guys
spend
care?
Money trolled? Don't you have dope skins from when we played?
Yeah.
Are you kids like jealous of those? So they try to get you to send them?
I think there used to be a couple skins that you couldn't get, but now you can.
Oh, yeah,
so don't care anymore.
Oh, it's not cool anymore.
They used to have skins that like they one and done, like you'd never see it again,
skins,
and then they started like just cycling all of them.
They want that money.
Get that cash.
Gotta get that cash. I no longer know where it is.
Right there.
I'm sorry to inform you. Welcome to another company reset. Hope you've updated your resume. 'Cause you've just been laid off.
This is the bulk of the news this week. Fucking layoffs. 50%.
Feels good. This is our news. Like all of it.
This is so good for my mental health. Over 50% of the job cuts in video games are in California. 50%. 50%.
Okay, there's a part of me that's like, oof, that's rough. But also, 5 years ago, me would have been like, why are you guys making games in California? It's so expensive. It's so expensive.
Make them in Oklahoma.
Pick the most expensive place, and that's where we're going to make games. You could be like, hey, let's make games
Montana.
in Georgia.
Yeah.
Like you can go somewhere a little bit better than like Oklahoma. You know what I mean?
So
like,
literally anywhere.
Like just pick
anywhere else.
Pick a different state.
Just throw a dart.
Pick a different country. Honestly,
yeah,
just like
Ghana.
people will go there.
Yeah.
Like Oklahoma though, like you have a hard time getting people to go there. But like that's part of the I don't know. California, I was always like, why? Why are we still doing it all in California? We don't need to stay there anymore.
Well, we got that problem taken care of.
Well, this was not the solution I was like
This is a
thinking
monkey
of.
pot thing.
Yeah.
A finger curl.
And you're like, oh, great. That's my wish.
Well,
is
then they're
coming
not going to
true.
work anywhere. They're just going to disappear forever. So this was a Tencent executive, Amir Satvat, who tracks a bunch of job data info. He was talking to the game business. So that's kind of interesting that he works for Tencent, but he does this on the side. And he's been tracking data for years, which is kind of a cool gig, I guess. So here are just some quotes from Satvat, which I hope that's how you say his name.
You were close, probably.
Savat?
I don't know. How
Is
do
it
you...
the middle T silence? Because Savat is also a dope name.
Savat.
Savat is a really cool superhero name.
Let me see. Amir Satvat.
Satvat. That's how you say it in Oklahoma.
That's why we're not there. That's why they're not there.
Oh, here's what Satvat shared. Over 70%, and in some years, 75% of the layoffs have been in North America. This is global video game layoffs. North America used to have 30, 35, 40% of the open roles, and that number is now down to 25%. So this is exactly what we've been talking about, is that this has been trend chasing in America, because this is what we do here, is that the executives that don't know what the fuck they're doing feel like they have to do something, are just copying each other. And in this instance, the copying was layoffs. And it wasn't necessitated, as evidenced by the fact that 25% of the rest of the layoffs are spread across the entire rest of the planet. So clearly, layoffs, where you can argue maybe necessary in video games just as a cyclical thing, are certainly not necessary to the level that we've been seeing them here in the US.
No.
That have completely gutted this industry and turned it inside out. And when you kind of go back to what we were just talking about, in terms of where we have publishers that are more scared because projects are more risky now, there are just fewer and fewer and fewer options for people who want to make video games, simply put.
Yeah.
That there are people out there that are like, yeah, I'd love to make a ton of video games. There are people out there like you and I that are like, we'd like to buy a ton of video games. But the industry itself is just repeatedly, like with an Uzi, just like shooting itself in the feet. And you're like, why are you guys doing that? And they just point to the other guy who's just like drooling in the corner and choking on his bubble gum. And he's like, oh, well, he's shooting himself in the foot. And you're like, that guy's brain damaged. He shot himself in the temporal lobe earlier tonight. And he's like, well,
yeah, but look how much responsibility he doesn't have anymore.
It's so nice.
We want that. We don't want to have responsibility.
He doesn't have any feet. He doesn't have to buy shoes or socks. He doesn't have to pretend that he knows how to tie his shoes and get embarrassed when he wears Velcro shoes to the executive board meetings. This guy's living the life. That was a very drawn out metaphor. Here's another quote from Savat. I'm going to call him Savat because it just sounds cooler. Overall employment in the industry has actually increased since pre-COVID. But if you're in North America in a AAA studio, you're like, what are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And here's another stat. Over 50% of the cuts globally have been in California. California AAA is the epicenter of the difficulty.
That's crazy.
So American game, which is, we've been doing this layoff report for 2 years now when you take that clip. And some days I think, I almost messaged you last week and said, maybe we should just stop doing this. Is this just like we're like seeking out layoff stories?
I think it's just part of a bigger story, though.
Yes.
Like this is like, okay, because if we hadn't been tracking this, like I don't think I would be clued into at all, just like the struggle that I think is ahead in the video game industry.
Yeah.
Like we are not going to see the types of games that we are used to seeing at the frequency that we're used to seeing them. Like I think there's a bigger story here, and a lot of that is like affecting the full industry. I think the full industry is getting hit by this, and I think what you were saying at the beginning is a big part of it. Like some CEO is saying like, okay, look what they did, and like their costs have now gone down and their stock price have gone up, or their value has gone up on paper.
Sure.
Right. But long-term value just is not there anymore. If you can't make a game, there's no value. Like there's nothing.
And we can't even go hire people because everyone,
Right.
like the hiring pool is now much shallower.
And so I think they were just looking at the short term and saying like, well, those guys did this and their value went up. Our board is yelling at us too. Like, why aren't you making any money and make your value go up? So then we're doing the same thing. And they all kind of piggybacked off of each other in this like small corner of the world where they're saying we can make our value go up right now if we just do all these layoffs and not pump any more money into this endeavor, which you have to do that. You have to spend money to make money in a production environment. And so I don't know.
It's like you're touching on, we're not going to see the real impact of this for years.
And I think we will see it for a long time. Like, yeah, we're not going to feel it for a little while because games take a long time to make. But I think we're going to have a very like noticeable lull in the video games that we are getting in the next couple of years here. And then I think that's going to last a long time. And like we've been saying, I think we're going to see a lot more indies and small studios being successful. And hopefully some of these large studios that are like just so big and over bloated with who knows what, I think they're going to like rethink their whole business strategy.
Yeah. So if Microsoft and say just randomly that Microsoft just decides to pull the plug and they're like, we're done. Well, like, I don't know. Like if they look at their game business and they're looking at it now and they're like, our flagship product, which is the Xbox, we lose money every time we sell one. And we're already $100 billion in the hole from all of our acquisitions of the publishing, all our publishing house acquisitions of studios that are not making enough money because they can't, because we laid off too many people. And they just decide, we can't do this anymore. We're done. And they pull out. And then you got a studio like, or a company like Embracer Group that they just decide to sell everything off because they're like, we're done with this.
Bought everything and sold everything.
And you have this huge reckoning, which I think none of this would surprise me if this happened, is that at that point, with these huge gaps in the industry, it's not like people don't want to play video games anymore. And things will come in to fill that, come in to fill that gap. And we may see some sort of renaissance because we've talked about it. We are in a golden age of video games, despite all of this shit. The games that we see and play and have available to us, we've never seen a time like this before. And so I think it's conditioned a lot of people to expect this amount of greatness. And if it goes away, someone will step in to fill it.
You know who's going to step in, though? Honestly, I'm not joking. It's going to. We've talked a lot about indies. I think there will be a place for indies, but China, and Chinese developers,
I can see it,
who have not been doing these layoffs, who have been honestly making a ton of money right now. They've been doing things much better. Like I think we're going to be seeing a lot more games made from Chinese developers.
And there's no other options here. I could see a Chinese console. Honest to Christ,
that would be crazy.
I could see a Chinese console that takes off in the US because it's $250 because it's made by 5-year-olds.
They release a bunch of crazy games on it,
and you're like, wow, this is actually kind of dope.
I mean, if you think about one of the biggest games right now is Marvel Rivals, and that's a Chinese company, and they're just honestly killing it. They're doing a great job with the game. We know that they can. We talk a lot of trash about China, but like we know that they can put out products that people want.
It's happened to U.S. automakers in the later part of the 20th century, and look where we're at. One of the most reliable cars, the two most reliable car brands in America are Japanese. Honda and Toyota, and no one bats an eye anymore. But if you'd gone back and told your grandpa that would be the case, he would have laughed you out of the. He'd be like Japanese Ford cars. He's like, "Are you serious? No way. We invented cars here." We invented the entire automobile industry in the same way we invented video games. And now we are ceding that territory so that we can make our stock price go up a quarter at a time. It's ugly.
We're pretty good at that, honestly. We're pretty good at like making
ugly.
Something big. And
we are globalizing the economy. Look at us. It's A
You're
very
welcome,
Marcian
world.
approach. Yeah.
You're welcome for
Yeah.
these gifts we're giving you.
You're welcome. Enjoy. Couple more random stats out of this from Savati. He said that the flexibility, he's talking about employment, because you're like, okay, what do I do? And he says flexibility and willingness to move.
Yes.
That's how you stay employed in video games. So basically, don't have a family.
Yeah.
Don't have any connections. You can move to Europe. You can move to Japan. You can move to China. Yeah, you're going to be great.
Well, Chase has stayed in the industry this whole time.
Same thing with my buddy Tyler
And
Hamill.
he has
Same
moved
thing.
and moved and moved
All
and
over the
moved.
place. That's
Yeah.
how you have to do this.
Yeah.
And the second you start to put down roots, you're done.
No,
You're
they're
fucking
gonna-
cooked.
Yeah, they're going to lay you off so fast.
And the last thing that he talked about was remote jobs, which have been gutted. Started tracking jobs in mid 2022, and back then, 25 to 30% of open roles were remote, which is
Mhm.
awesome.
Yeah.
Now that number is between 10 and 13%.
Yeah.
Insane.
Mhm.
Fucking insane. So that's the state of the industry based on those layoffs, based on our boy.
Doing
Amir
great,
Sabah.
California.
I feel so bad for California. Perfect Dark's developer Crystal Dynamics has begun layoffs after their funding deal fell through. Man, what a theme. Seeing a theme. Perfect Dark was canceled by Xbox in July of this year, and also I think Xbox had a studio that they closed that was dedicated to this, and they're like, well, so Crystal Dynamics took it back on, and they weren't able to secure funding for it. Just for some context, Crystal Dynamics is a division of Embracer Group, so they were, I guess, begging for Xbox. That's not a great look. They were close to a deal with Take-Two, but Take-Two basically, it sounds like they just wanted to own Perfect Dark. They're like, yeah, we'll publish this game, and then we own Perfect Dark.
Give it to us.
That's ours now.
Give it to me.
And Embracer Group is like, guys, the only thing that gives our company any modicum of value is the properties we own. We
Yeah.
can't make games out of them to save our fucking life, but we own a lot of properties that we scooped up. Lord of the Rings, come on, that's us. Are you making a Lord of the Rings game? No, but we could.
We could if we wanted to.
If we
and that's
wanted
where
to.
the real value lies.
But making games is not what our shareholders want us to do. They want us to fire people. Every time we fire a bunch of people, our share price goes up.
like, yeah, but you're gonna run out of people. With
No,
fire.
no, no,
You're
no,
like,
no.
no. Here's the good thing: we buy a different studio, and then we have more people to fire.
Yeah.
Have you thought about
We
that?
buy another studio, share price goes up because people are like, oh, cool, they can make these games. We fire everyone in that studio, share price goes up because they're like, oh, cool, they're making things lighter. I don't see how this can fail. This is a perfect
There's-
business plan. Civilization 7's developer Fireaxis has laid off an unspecified number of workers. This is a confirmation from 2K. So, Fireaxis makes Civ and XCOM, although when was the last time we got an XCOM game?
It's been a minute.
Been a minute. 2K was reached for
I'd love to see
comment,
another one.
and they said this. We can confirm there was a staff reduction. They basically said, were there layoffs? And 2K says, we can confirm there was a staff reduction today at Fireaxis Games as the studio restructures and optimizes this development process for adaptability, collaboration, and creativity. I just want to put this out there just for everyone. All the game execs, all the PR people, anyone in game development listening. You can just say yes. You don't have, there's no word count. When a journalist reaches out to you and asks, did you guys do layoffs? You can just say yes,
Like we did.
we did. And that's it.
You can say uh-huh. You can say that if you want.
You can send the thumbs up emoji.
Thumbs up emoji.
We did it. Yep.
Yeah.
You don't have to say all of this shit. There is no word count in public relations.
Yeah.
I don't know why this has become like the standard, and it drives me up the fucking walls.
Well, I mean, it's when you have ChatGPT writing your responses.
That's exactly
for
why
you.
it drives me up the walls.
It's just
'Cause
like,
it's very clear that's what they're fucking doing. Just drives me nuts, dude. I'm so tired of it. So yeah, Fireaxis layoffs. No specified amount. Probably a bunch though. 'Cause Civ 7, I guess, kind of sucked. Everyone's just playing Civ 6 still. They're
yeah.
like, nah, this is
Civ 7, like people were really excited for, and that excitement died off fast.
I didn't hear
Just such a
anything about it.
disappointment. Like,
yeah.
again, if you made if this game was, I feel like you didn't even need to do that much, to be honest. Just like make it slightly different.
Well, you're kind
I
of
don't know.
damned if you do in this situation because if you're making the 7th iteration of a game, it's because people are really excited. They really like the 6th one. And if you boof it on the 7th, well, now you don't have the built-in audience who's loving 7, who's ready with their wallets out to buy 8.
Yeah.
So now you have to work double hard to win them back if you're going to do 8, which I personally wouldn't. I'd go back to XCOM. I'd say, let's just shelf Civ.
Like, let's wait.
Yeah, make
Let's
them
wait on
hungry,
this.
starve them for a while, and then when they're like, man, I'd really love a new Civ game, then you make it. But I don't know if anyone is clamoring for 7. 6 is great. I see people playing 6 all the time on Steam still. I don't know why we had to feel like we had to make 7.
It was a good thought. It was a
At
good
least,
thought.
hey, at least the employees that had no part in the decision making were laid off. At least they paid the consequence for the executives who laid them off, and
Yeah.
probably got a bonus package for doing so.
Yep.
Everything is right in the world. Applebee's has riblets.
I don't know why we even have a board. We should just have you sing all of them.
I don't know why we even played riblets when there's no real riblets on the news. Just this.
Oh, it's because we want to rub it in my face.
You know it.
Yeah.
Suck it.
I don't have to do anything, Trent.
You have to apply.
What's your? Do you even have a rap name? You can't just go by Trent.
Actually, it would be badass to just go by Trent.
There probably is a rapper maybe
Just
just called Trent.
Not DJ Trent, not
Just
Lil
Trent.
Trent, just Trent. That's a fucking sick rap name.
You know what? Screw you, DJ Trent. I'm gonna call you DJ Trent now.
Oh
'cause
my
Trent,
god.
Trent is.
Did you
kinda
hear
good.
the latest Trent album? Come on. It's a fucking sick rap name. Oh
I hate
my
you, Trent.
No Man's Sky's Voyagers update has brought in the highest number of players since it launched in 2016.
Dude, this is crazy. And I've even thought about jumping back in. Like I've seen some of the
This
stuff and
story
I'm like,
made me want to jump back in.
this looks kind of
It's-
fun.
I mean, for someone that I haven't played since launch. I mean, I played a little bit, like when you guys were playing, jumped in here and there, but this wouldn't even look like the same game. This looked like a completely different game. 100,000 concurrent players, and it's
That's
staying
awesome.
consistently high. Let's actually check right now. No Man's Sky. See what they're at in terms of their player. 65,000 on right now
That's crazy.
on a Sunday night.
That's awesome.
late.
Like honestly, I love it. I love it
Yeah.
for them because they have been grinding, just putting out content, free content. By the
24 hour.
way,
Their 24-hour peak is 110,000. So they were at 110,000 just earlier tonight.
nice.
Because you got to consider, like, everyone on the East Coast is going to bed right now. But yeah, they have just been killing it.
Crushing it.
This is one of, if not the best comeback stories in all of video game history. It's got to be.
It's gotta be.
Gotta be.
Their launch.
They
was
just put their
so
heads down.
horrible, and they just like shut up and
Imagine
kept putting
like
out
if
stuff.
imagine if what is who made Anthem? What was the God, why can't I remember the fucking name of the studio?
Bethesda.
No, I know I want to
Yes.
keep saying Bethesda, but it's
It was. I'm looking it up.
BioWare.
BioWare. Thank you.
Imagine if BioWare had done this with Anthem. They launched, there was some success because people were like, yeah, on paper, this is dope. And instead of just throwing the whole thing in the garbage and saying, fuck Anthem, we're done with this.
They just kept going.
Because they would still be on the timeline, on this timeline, they would still be years away from pulling it out. That came out in 2019. So yeah, 2-3 years. But if they just kept releasing updates and they're like, look, man, we're just going to keep building on this. We're going to keep doing this because we had a lot of fans and a lot of people paid money for this game, and it doesn't seem right. And by the way, imagine what that would have done for BioWare's reputation versus what their reputation is now.
Yeah.
And all the shit that they put out since Anthem. And I don't know why Hello Games, other than being more of an indie shop, has been the only studio in all of video games to have figured this out. That if you release a shitty game that has good bones, you don't just throw it all out. You don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. You put your head down and you put your nose to the fucking grindstone because you just got a shit ton of capital from all the people that bought your game. You need to work. You need to get back to work.
And I think they took a big risk, which we're seeing AAA studios not willing to do, is to like keep investing in your product.
Yeah,
I think a big part of that is I feel like some of these studios, the AAAs that are releasing games and then just like getting rid of them, I don't think they're confident in their product anyway.
Yeah, because they're like, if we keep working on this, it's just throwing bad money.
I don't think they're passionate about the product, because that's one of the big difference is this studio, Hello Games, is passionate about No Man's Sky. You can never fault them for that. Like, they were passionate about it from the start, maybe too much.
Over eager.
Yeah.
Is the word I use.
But like, they really, like, even though it was received poorly, they were just like, no, we know what we have and what we can do. We're just gonna keep doing this, and that's a risk that AAA studios are not willing to take right now.
Yeah. So absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Good for Hello Games. Also, this was everything this week. The Hollow Knight Silk Song, the sequel to Hollow Knight that everyone's been waiting for years, flew past 500,000 players just hours after its launch. And this is Steam only. We don't have numbers on Xbox, Switch, or PlayStation. So you got to assume that, I would say comfortably, if I had to guess, I'd say over 2 million.
I'd say it's tough. I'd probably say I put it
on
like
Switch
1.2. I'd probably put it in the like 1.2.
At least over 1 million. We're over 1 million. No problem here. It crashed literally every digital store where it was available. Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo all had store crashes, which I don't understand. Honestly, I couldn't wrap my head around that. But because isn't it just like you just log on and press buy and
I
download
think
it?
it's probably just too many buys on the same thing at once.
I don't understand how that works.
I don't know.
Maybe
either.
DJ Khaled could explain that to me. Again, hey, there's another win for hard copies. Everyone except for Steam has no excuse. Should have gotten the hard copy, right? This is
maybe. It is kind of fun to crash something though.
It is kind of fun. Let's see if I can buy it.
My son was really.
And did they actually?
It's probably fine now.
Have this in
hard copy?
Yeah. I don't know. Did they? Target.
My son was all bent out of shape because two of his buddies that he plays video games with regularly, he's like, I can't play games with them because they're just playing Silk Song. I'm like, good.
That's a good game. It's way better than.
Like, this is one of those properties that you want to see succeed. Because Hollow Knight
has hard copies.
Hollow Knight was an amazing game, just like well received, and they finally released the next one. And yeah, you want it to be successful.
The interviews that they did when people were like, "Why did you take so long?" And they're like, "Because we had the money and we wanted to."
Just wanted it to be good. We
didn't need it. We didn't need to crunch people just to make a bunch more money, which is really refreshing, and I really like that and appreciate it. So good for Silk Song. Way to go. Way to take down the big boys with your game. Maybe they can figure out, I don't know, how to do a better job. We finally made it. We limped along to the positivity.
We got it. We ended on a pretty positive news story.
Yeah.
Like Silk Song, nice work.
Yeah, that's actually
so it's like we kind of looked into it.
Positive news.
Yeah, we said layoffs for like 30 minutes.
All right, so kudos is where we bring it back up.
Let's do this.
Bring it back up. I'll go first. Well, we got two kudos.
Yeah.
It's a miracle that we're not like 400 pounds.
It really is.
All we do is fucking talk about food. All we do is think about food.
Well,
And it's not healthy food. We're not coming on here to talk about protein foundry.
Brussels sprouts. and stuff. I found a great Brussels sprout recipe.
Got new broccoli.
Doesn't use oil this time. It's really good. No butter.
It's like, here's this candy that I shoved in my mouth all week long.
I ate a whole bag of these chips. A whole bag. One day.
So my fat ass foodos is Skittles Shriekers.
I love that.
You brought me some. Peterson brought me some. And I was at the grocery store on a late night snack run the other day, and I saw them, and I was like, "Fuck yeah!" And the reason I want to give you, we talked about Skittles Shriekers. They come around every Halloween. The flavors are amazing. It's not
That's
just like
the thing.
reggae flavors.
There are like they have a raspberry one, and you're like
There's a
raspberry
citrus one that's
Skittle.
way good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now I'm with you. Like the bag has flavors in it that are dope.
That you can't get any other mixes.
Yes.
And on top of that, they come back every year. And there was a period where Skittles was trying a lot of different things.
Crazy
they don't do anything
stuff.
else anymore.
No, they're just like
They just do Shriekers around Halloween. And you know what? That's good.
Okay.
I'm cool with it. Because not only do they have amazing flavors in it, but the random sour hits way harder than if you buy sour candy. Because you're expecting it. Your mouth might even start to water. If I say the word warhead, right now, some of you listening to this podcast, your mouth just started watering.
Mine just did a little bit. Like
Yup.
Like,
Yep,
oh
because you're
boy.
anticipating it. But
Yeah.
with these, and I'd say, what would you say the sour percentage is? 10% of the package is
Yeah,
sour?
I think
It's
it's
not
actually higher
50-50.
than that. No. I think it's like 20% or something like that.
But I've had the little fun size packages where I got none of them.
Oh, really?
Just pure sweet.
And I had one where I was like,
Only
I
sour.
swear it's like every other
Just
one.
like
I mean,
get by
like,
a train.
no, stop
Oh
it.
my god, a taste one.
Just give me one.
Yeah,
of
that's the other thing is they're so sour.
And
And for a sour candy, they're way sour than sour Skittles.
here's what I discovered. Because my kids are like, they're not even sour. But you know what they do? Is they don't chew their food very much.
They're just taking them like pills.
Colin will chew his food. Doesn't matter the food. Piece of chicken, 7 to 10 times max. And I count because we'll count. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm at like 30.
Does everyone in your
Fresh
family know
swallow.
Heimlich?
So we don't, but we
You
need to for
probably
Colin.
should work on it.
So they're like, they're not even that Skittle. They're not even that sour. The thing about these Skittles is they get more sour as you chew them.
Mhm.
Like you're chewing them and you're like, oh man,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it is really.
And you're lacking, like I said, you lack the anticipation. So they hit you,
because it's not sour on the outside.
Mhm.
It is sour inside.
and you're expecting a sweet one.
Yep.
And so you get a sour one. It's even more sour, and it's so good. And now there was a year, I think, 1 or maybe 2, since these originally came out, where they didn't have them for Halloween.
I feel like it was either last year or the year before. Like I couldn't find them.
Yeah, and I
Anywhere.
stocked
I think
up.
it was last year.
But now they come out, I feel like, pretty reliably.
I saw them in like the big bags, so you could hand out
Mhm.
the smaller ones to kids, and that's
Mhm.
what I didn't see the years before. The years before, I was just seeing like
Big bags with no fun
the
size.
regular, no fun size.
I like the big bag. I like them both, honestly, because the fun size for me is like self-regulation. Because I just grab like 1 or 2 of them instead of, if I have a big package, I can eat the whole fucking thing.
And I'm going to. That's what
Because I'm looking for the sours. I want to hit a sour.
I like the texture of Skittles, and so if I'm just sitting there, I will just like keep
Mhm.
eating them.
Yeah.
And I know this because I've gone on road trips where I buy one of those big bags of Skittles, like the
Uh-oh.
big family size
No,
ones,
Cavity sack.
and I just put it in my console, of my
Can't
cart,
do it.
and I'll just like keep eating them. And I'm like,
Nonstop.
I don't even want Skittles anymore.
That's why I generally don't buy Skittles anymore. No self-control on Skittles. I can't. Skittles and Mike and Ike's, no self-control.
But yeah,
Because if there's no wrapper pile to shame
that's
me,
true.
that's why taffy, though it's my favorite candy, and I could eat taffy until
The
my
wrapper
teeth fell,
pile.
is I look down and see a wrapper pile of taffy wrappers, and I'm like, shame.
I gotta
shame,
stop.
Shame.
I'm gonna have to pick all these up and
Yeah.
throw them away.
I feel terrible. But Skittles, I don't have that problem.
No, you're absolutely
I
right.
just pop one at a time like
That's
a
pretty
drug.
funny.
So, Skittles Shriekers, I just have nothing but the nicest things to say about these. You guys can't find them. I found them at Dan's.
I saw them at Smith's
Yeah,
in the
it's at
just in the
Kroger.
Halloween candy sections where I was seeing them.
Yeah, gotta get them while they last.
You do. Like it's gonna be
It's the best part of the
Halloween hits, they're gone.
year. Mhm.
They are gone.
Yeah.
You will not see them
I would
for
never
another
give
year.
these out to trick or treaters. These are mine.
Oh,
You guys get king size candy bars. Fuck off.
like I'll
You're
give
not
you
touching my Shriekers.
normal candy. Like
Yeah.
the specialty candy that I can only get right now. Like
That's a
I'm
me
keeping
thing.
that for me.
That's me. You
Yeah.
guys want Shriekers? Go to the grocery store, break open your piggy bank, and get yourself some Shriekers. It's not my
You're not getting them
responsibility.
from me,
Get better parents.
little monsters.
Okay. What's your food?
Okay, Trader Joe's, which I don't get to go there very often because there's not one close to me.
Mm-hmm.
But Trader Joe's, I went and they have their version of Takis. Have you had them? Do you like Takis?
What? The red ones?
Yeah.
No.
They're a little too spicy for me
Yeah.
sometimes. But Trader Joe's has these. They're called roll. I had to look it up because they don't have like a name. Like Trader Joe's stuff is not like, oh, here's
No.
our fun name.
Yeah.
There's Trader Joe's rolled corn tortilla chips.
Come on, guys. It's the most generic shit
And
I've
that's
ever
what they do.
fucking
That's
heard.
what they do every time.
So
All their
funny.
like specialty is like
Yeah.
really good, and it's just like named
Roll.
what it's called. Or
What
it's
flavor?
called
So what flavor are these?
chili and lime.
Oh.
Honestly,
okay.
they are delicious. Way better than Takis. Way better.
Textures.
It's the same pretty much. Like you can like see this. Like they're the same thing.
I think I saw those. Last time.
Just
I
get
got
a bag.
I got that hot honey popcorn that Jackson
Yeah.
recommended, which was dope. But I saw those and I wasn't sure. I'm
Get 'em.
almost iffy on lime in my chips.
Same with me.
But
Sometimes
sometimes I
it's too
get
much.
it and I get it it's way good.
Sometimes it's good. These ones I loved. I couldn't stop eating them.
Okay.
And then I gave them to. I had a bag and I gave them to one of my buddies at Colin's soccer game, and he was like so into them. He's like, "What were those chips?" The next game, he's like, "What were those chips you gave me? Those are really good. They're really good, guys. If you go to Trader Joe's and you haven't had these, pick up a bag of their version of Takis. They're delicious. They are spicy, but they're not as spicy as Takis. So they're like kind of at my level of spiciness that I want.
Yeah.
I don't want my mouth to just like be dying while I'm eating stuff because then I got to drink a lot and then I'm getting full real fast. Like I just want to.
No. There's a
I wanna
level
be able
on
to
spicy
snack it.
chips where I'm just over it.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is stupid. What am I doing here?
The other chip that I think has like the perfect spice level for me of spicy chips is the cheddar jalapeno.
I was just gonna
Cheetos.
say cheddar jalapeno Cheetos.
Cheetos.
That is perfect.
They're perfect.
That's the perfect spice level for a chip.
Because the spicy Cheetos are great, but they are a little too spicy for
Mhm.
me to like want to sit there and eat them. But those cheddar jalapeno
And I think
ones,
those are really, really close to the spicy sweet chili Doritos.
Yeah.
Same neighborhood.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, great. There's a little heat, but it's not like wrecking my mouth.
I'll be totally fine. Like I can eat this on a road trip without being like, oh, now the roof of my mouth is sore.
So they struck gold with those. That cheddar jalapeno.
Yes.
Dude, Patrick just mentioned Skittles Dark Side, which I haven't thought about in
those.
years.
I forgot about those too.
They
And I
got
saw that.
discontinued 10 years ago. So
Has it really been 10 years?
yes, during the Obama administration. So fuck you for reminding me about those. The forbidden fruit, blood orange, dark berry, and midnight lime were the flavors. They
Black
came
cherry.
back
Yeah, it was black cherry too.
in limited doses in the UK for Halloween in 2016, 2017, and then they were just gone.
This image has a pomegranate one.
Forbidden.
So I think
fruit.
it's like different countries had slightly different flavors.
I just wish.
It's like pomegranate Skittle. I do
dark
want that.
berry.
I do want that. But yes, absolutely right. Skittles Dark Side.
Well, here's one that's going to make you real. This is one that I'm like, forget Dark Side. The one that makes me saddest is Skittles Orchards.
Those were
I
good.
don't even like to think about it, man, because those were even more limited. And I just went ham on those.
Because you were like, I'm okay if Skittles doesn't like try out some more stuff. I just wanted to try out some normal stuff. What we found with Skittles is their best things is just give us fruit flavors. Don't give me like the
Mhm.
ice cream
No.
sundae
Yeah,
ones.
we wasted so much time on that.
Yeah.
They did chocolate Skittles, for
Yeah.
Christ's sake.
Yeah.
And we discontinued. We lost Orchards so that we could have chocolate Skittles. Asinine.
Like, who made that decision?
Dude, Orchards had peach. Peach, lime,
A
orange, cherry,
peach
and
Skittle?
red apple. And
I
red
do
apple.
want that.
Red apple was so good.
See, I want that.
But no, we lost this so we could do ice cream.
I don't want the ice cream. I was like, why are we
You
doing
shit.
that?
No.
Like, we don't need to do that. Like,
No.
you need to give us.
Give us shriek. And then before Shriekers, we had the zombie ones. That was definitely not
Those
something.
were horrible.
No one was asking for a Skittle that literally tasted like cat vomit.
It tasted like when you go out into your garage, you're like, oh, something died in here.
Yes,
That's
tasted
how
like
it
that smell.
tasted.
Yeah, there was I dated a girl in college who had her parents had a really nice house. Just really everything was clean and whatever, but they had a rat die in the walls. And so like downstairs in like the mud room or whatever, yeah, it smelled like the zombie
Zombie
Skittles
Skittles.
for like a year, I guess, until the rat just like
It was too decomposed
yeah,
to
until
smell
it
anymore.
completely decomposed. Until it got eaten by the other creatures in the walls.
Hate that.
I hated it. That's where we'd go to hook up, and I'd be like, "Oh, this is really hard."
Yeah,
for
I
me."
want those Skittles orchards. Now that you said that,
dude.
you know what I want? Give me Skittles like peach. Give me a pear Skittles. If you give me a pear Skittle, I'll
What's
come.
I don't have it. I don't have it on the board. Is it on this board?
It's definitely on that board. And it's up top. It's at the top, the very top.
Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
I'm gonna come.
Give me a pear Skittle,
I'm gonna come.
dude.
Oh my gosh, Dom, like what fruit? I mean, pomegranate's up there.
No, I can think of a few fruits that I would because I.
You know what's I've never seen in a candy before that I want? Persimmon. It's so mild, but if you get the flavor right
If
on
you
the
get it right.
persimmon Skittle.
Give me a passion fruit Skittle.
Passion fruit, dragon fruit?
Give me a
No, but we're gonna do chocolate
No.
and ice cream.
No, I don't want that. Give me a yuzu Skittle, and I will. Oh,
Ooh.
it's over. I don't want to tell you what I'm gonna do to that Skittle.
It's going
Is it still kudos? What section are we
it's
on?
going on my butt. Boofing Skittles. So easy.
So easy. They're so small.
I think I can taste it. I think I can taste the rainbow.
I can't say that.
I can't believe I made that clip. Dude, there was a pandemic was a different time for JD. I probably spent like 3 hours making that fucking thing.
Dude, you
Reindeer
said
games.
this to me, and I was like, "Yes, this
Yes.
is what we needed.
This is a good
This
thing.
is what reindeer games needed."
Reindeer games are, I don't know why. We, to this day, maybe Abby said she went back and was listening to old episodes. So maybe some 3-bit archivist could tell us why we call this segment Reindeer Games.
I pretty clearly remember.
Why?
It was in winter before Christmas, and we were trying to come up with a name for it. We were coming up with like silly names for it, and you were like, let's call it Reindeer Games. And like, we were like, that's funny. And then we just did that. We just left it on this dock.
Yeah.
Because we were like, it's almost Christmas time. Let's play like a Christmas game.
Yeah, it's just Reindeer.
And you were like, no, it doesn't have to be Christmas. It's named after the movie.
Because I love Ben Affleck.
And we
Gary
just
Sinise.
left it. We just left it as Reindeer Games.
Yeah.
We were literally brainstorming, and you just like put this on the dock, and we were just like, okay. It makes no sense. Like, it makes no sense.
We're not like thoughtful people.
Sometimes we are very suggestible. Like, you just like give us a suggestion for
Just
something.
lock
Or
it
like,
in.
if it's not the worst thing I've ever heard, then we're like, yeah, we'll just keep it. It's fine. We don't care.
Yeah, it's just name.
Like the September gaming segment.
It's just what it is.
It's just,
What
that's
it's
what it
called.
was
That's what it was.
for a year and a half.
So long. So, Reindeer Games this week, we are talking. The game we're playing is that we're going to turn a TV show into a video game. So,
How serious did you go on this?
I have 7, but I don't need to
shoot.
do all 7.
I have 4.
I just was like, I'll throw one at you if it works, because I feel like there's just going to be some duplicates.
Okay.
But I got one. I got to know
Okay.
right out the top.
Wait,
I
you're
want
just gonna
turn-
tell me this, and then
I'm gonna tell you the name of the TV show.
Okay.
I think you've watched all of these that
Okay.
I have here. And you are going to, on the fly, on the spot, you're gonna come up with a video game for it.
Okay, give me like 10 seconds, and then I'll do it. Yeah. Okay. I mean, like, say it.
Yeah,
give me 10
yeah,
seconds
yeah.
to think, and then we'll do it.
Curse of Oak Islands.
This is a porn game for me.
Just because you're always digging that hole. Just always digging that
Okay,
hole.
hold on. Curse. Okay. Why'd you have to bring this up? Now I'm like, my brain is just like thinking about Oak Island. And
You're
I'm
like,
like,
now I know.
I gotta catch
Oh,
up.
did they look in that one place for? Oh, they should just dig some more. They're so close.
Okay.
Okay.
Curse of Oak Island, but I want this to be based off of the Oak Island mystery, not necessarily Rick and Marty Lagina.
Their names are really Rick
Rick
and Marty.
and Marty.
Get out.
Lagina spelled like vagina with an L at the beginning.
None of this sounds real. None of this sounds right.
Rick and Marty Lagina. Instead of that, I want to be pre them because they're in there with like, we got a big old, like, just all this big machinery, just digging stuff out. No, this is going to be like you're in there with a shovel. And I want it to be more, this is going to be a roguelike, because everything's going to be a roguelike. What's that game? Shovel Knight. Or no, what's it called? The one Phil loves where you're digging. I can't think of it. But you're digging around and like the level will change as you play it. And you are trying to uncover the treasure. Ultimately, you're uncovering the treasure. You're going to unlock some new things, like you're going to unlock water pumping ability, and you're going to unlock all these different abilities to get past the different obstacles.
Terraria?
No, not Terraria. It's one dude with a shovel. I can't think of what it's called. Why can't I? Anyway.
Okay.
But you're going through and you're going to unlock all these different abilities and like maybe more powerful, because that's what they come up against. They're like, this thing's flooded with water, we can't get to it anymore, or we've encountered this hard area we can't get through.
Just a digging game.
Dig Dug. Is that the one?
That's an old game.
I don't think that's the one. And so but you're unlocking all this different stuff, and you're unlocking. Okay, well now I can build like a tunnel under here, and so like as you go, you're just getting closer and closer to like getting past all the obstacles to do this.
See, this is a mobile game.
But here's the thing. I'm pretty sure the show just invented this but we're gonna stick with this theme.
Everything it invented.
7 people have to die before the treasure can be found.
Oh yeah.
So you have to lose at least 7 characters. But here's the thing. Maybe like as you go, like every time one of your characters dies, like you don't want them to die. Every time one of them dies, you're going to restart. But you'll be like, things will be a little bit different. Everything will change a little bit. Like you'll still have some upgrades. But like you want to get as far as you can with each guy.
Yeah.
And so it'll be like a dynasty type of thing.
Okay.
Curse of Oak Island.
Curse of Oak Island.
I
will not be playing that video game. That's all you. No, that's all you.
And every now and then you'll find a coin or a button.
And you're like, oh my god, this is it.
It's here.
We're so close.
We know that it's here.
You know how big of an asshole I'll feel after like 20 seasons if they just hit like this gigantic fucking store of literal pirate gold. It looks like it's straight out of Pirates of the Caribbean. Big treasure chests full of gold coins. Yeah, I'll feel like an asshole.
Everyone will. Honestly.
Everyone will,
including me, because I like. This is one of those things. Like if you're talking about ghosts, and like I don't believe in ghosts, like in real life.
Island.
But if we're at a cemetery and we're like talking about ghosts, I will believe in ghosts right then. If we're camping in Washington, like I don't believe that Bigfoot's real.
There.
But if we're camping in Washington, you know I'm gonna believe in Bigfoot while we're there because it's more fun. So like when I'm watching Oak Island, I think the treasure's already gone. I've already talked about this.
They call up the fucking executives at History Channel or wherever the hell they play it, and they'd be like, "We found it," and they'd be like, "Bury it."
We can't.
We will absolutely pay you more money than that treasure is worth to keep this stupid show on the air. Bury it.
And like we're so tired, and like we own you.
No, shovel that.
We own you, Rick and Marty Vagina. Yeah. You have to stay.
Take your backhoe and fill the hole back in. Because you're done.
Like we've spent so much money. Somebody died.
It doesn't matter. Okay, what do you got? What else?
No, yeah, sorry, I put this down. I was like, okay.
Because you're just thinking about Oak Island. You're like, let's just play Oak Island. Yeah.
I was like, Oak Island? Okay, this is what we're talking about the rest of the episode.
Should not have started with that one.
Okay, let me start with okay. I'll start with a more serious, like a better one.
Okay.
Cobra Kai.
Oh.
And I did that. Your reaction was like, "Ooh, I do have some good stuff for this one."
I didn't put this on here because there already is a Cobra Kai game.
Yeah, but it sucks. But we're gonna do a different one.
And I didn't want to ask for your take on it because I just got so burned out on Cobra Kai.
Mm-hmm. I did too. I didn't finish it.
I just got so sick of how much of a soap opera it became. I mean, I guess it was always kind of a soap opera,
but it became
like ridiculous. And like ridiculous that like nobody went to the cops at any point for any of this.
So that was the one part of my pitch is that in this game there's a police meter. You're like fighting in these and you get to your high school kids brawling in the streets, and there's a police meter, and it never goes up.
Yeah, it's there.
It's just like slightly, just like.
But it literally is impossible. It's literally
Like,
impossible.
there will
to
be
get
police
pulled.
officers right there, and they will literally turn
You go
around and
punch
not
them.
look.
You
This
go-
is a part of the game.
Yeah,
Because that is the most asinine thing about this show.
that's what drives me crazy about the fucking show.
It's like, this is so unrealistic at this point.
I like Cobra Kai as a dating sim. We're gonna stick with the soap opera elements of it, and the fighting is because the fighting doesn't matter in reality. You don't have to put the fighting in the game because you can just it's binary. Did you win or did you lose? You go into a situation and you press the fight button and it's just a coin toss.
It's just like, it doesn't matter. Like,
Doesn't matter
it's
because it's
just,
going to be weird drama one way or the other. You win, drama. You
it
lose,
will
drama.
just, that will determine the course of
Yeah,
like
yeah,
your
that's the branch.
relationship,
Yep.
like how this is going to
So
go.
it has a lot of replayability because you never know if you're going to win or lose the fights, and it doesn't really matter if you're like a better fighter in that instance. Like all it takes is a haircut sometimes, or a big tattoo, and you're like the best fighter in the school randomly. Doesn't matter.
Why is that so true? Like the haircut happens
Yeah.
like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah,
Like,
and then
oh,
they're like,
look
"Oh
at
wow,
him
no,
now."
he's going to kick ass."
Yeah.
So that's all it
Oh,
takes.
this guy's been training in karate
Yeah, so
for 4 days,
it's a
and
dating
he's
sim.
dope.
About fighting, but there's no fighting in it. It's
You
just
don't do the fighting. The fighting is just like a fight
stab in
button.
the background. Yeah, you have no impact on it because it doesn't fucking matter. Just dating.
And then sometimes it matters, like the choices you make
Mhm.
make a difference for like the dojo that you're part of.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, sure.
that's just another dynamic. It's like a Romeo
Yeah.
and Juliet situation with the dojos.
And you can make it pretty. You can make a pretty solid game this way, because there'd be a lot of branching paths.
Yeah.
If every
Replayability.
branch is a fight, and it's like I said, just a coin toss.
Yeah, anybody can date anybody, really.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
doesn't really matter.
Not really any limits.
All right, so I got one that might actually be kind of hard.
Okay.
Turn The Office into a video game. That doesn't suck.
How about
That
putting-
isn't like derivative or just like a dumb mobile game.
Yeah.
Can we turn this into a game that you're like,
Okay.
it still feels like The Office?
Get out the dice of destiny and roll the genre for me.
Okay.
Just out of curiosity.
Okay, here we go. Let's.
Do you have the genre list up?
I'll pull it up. It'll take 2 seconds.
Okay. The Office into a video game. Well, and I'm trying not to make it a simulation game. It's like all of this, I'm like, yeah, this is a simulation game, whatever. Like you work at this paper place and like, you know, you got these wacky dynamics with people that you work with. But I'm trying to like, how can you do it and not make it a simulation game? A 2.
It's a bullet hell. The Office is a bullet hell.
How?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
But
try one more roll.
Okay,
See if
yeah.
that works.
15.
Racing. No,
No,
I don't think this is gonna
no.
work.
No, you can't do that. How would you turn? Okay, how do you turn The Office?
This
into a
is
video
tough
game?
one.
Like it would be. Okay. It is kind of a simulation game because I think that's the only way you can kind of go about this. But this isn't a simulation game where you are walking as you're playing a character and walking around. Maybe this is a game where you are playing more as Dunder Mifflin corporate and you're making decisions.
Stardew Valley, The Office.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Okay.
So instead of planting plants, you're like
Yeah.
doing sales things and building out parts of the warehouse.
Well, and then like I'm even thinking like managing different branches. Like
Yeah.
as you go, then you're like then you go to the national branch,
Oh,
and that cast of characters is kind of there. And it's not like your primary group.
it's like Sim City, The Office.
A little bit like this is not your primary group. It's not as fun, but you're gonna like manage that real quick, and then you're gonna go back, and you're gonna go back to Scranton, which is your main branch, and like there's gonna be silly things happening, and the characters will be doing dumb stuff. Maybe even
What about RimWorld?
that's what I was gonna say. Maybe
Yeah.
even RimWorld-esque, where there's relationships going on between the characters, and you have to manage that a little bit.
I like the RimWorld Office. I think that'd be a fun RimWorld mod.
Dunder Mifflin Tycoon. The
Oh.
Office is a puzzle game. That's what
Okay.
Patrick said. I think there are things you could do. It wouldn't be a huge game because it would be hard to make this like super deep and interesting.
Yeah.
Because the core of The Office is that it's a comedy, right? It's fun. So you'd have to make this funny, or else it would be like, why is this Office theme?
But yeah, I think this would allow, because you talk about all the crazy shit that happens in RimWorld, the random events that are so funny. Like there's like a horde of rabbits that can like come. You can have every ridiculous Michael Scott episode where he's done something outrageous.
Yeah,
and that's your
like
free
events
radical.
happening.
Yeah, is Michael coming in deciding we're going to do a casino night, and now you're out. Your warehouse is out of commission for the night, and you have to do all this other shit.
You have to go outsell Danny Cordray.
Mm-hmm.
You have to go like you have to do like because like sometimes in RimWorld you have like a raid you have to go do, and you send some characters off to do this thing, and once they get there, then you're doing that own little thing. You're not managing your at-home base anymore. You're like doing this thing.
Yeah. And you can't manage the Nashua branch effectively because your regional manager is sleeping with the office manager of one branch. And so she won't go to Nashua, and you can't get her to leave. Like right before David Wallace fires her.
Mm-hmm.
She's like not doing her job.
Yeah, we do RimWorld, The Office.
I think it was, I'm here for this. This is good.
Yeah, I like that
I think
lot.
we came together on a pretty good one here.
Yeah, that is pretty good. Okay. I'm going to give you another more serious one.
Yeah.
Invincible.
Why didn't I think of this?
And this was like the one where I was like, we really need to come up with like how could this be a great game? Not just like we're not doing a fighting game.
Because when I saw the Invincible had a game, I was really psyched. And then I saw it was a fighting game, and I immediately lost all interest. Like immediately. Think about Invincible that I love so much is I think what I really like about comic book media in general, and it makes me think I really should have gotten into Dragon Ball Z back in the day, but I have this weird fixation on power levels.
Oh,
this guy can beat that guy, this guy beat that guy, so he should be able to beat that guy, but this guy beat him. It's part of why I love professional wrestling, honestly.
Okay.
In my head, I can put all of these guys, I can rank them all. Who can beat this guy? Who can beat this guy? Logically, without cheating, without interference. But I'm like, well, this guy has two buddies in his faction that might come in and cheat. And so, like, that is what I love about professional wrestling. And that's what I love about comic books. And that's what I really loved when I went and read all of Invincible.
Yeah.
Because that's a huge part of it, is that Invincible himself, Mark Grayson, his power levels are consistently increasing, and I don't even think this is a spoiler for the show.
No, I think
he's on track to becoming the strongest person in the whole universe.
Like he's like,
that's why it's called Invincible. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
And so in the first episode,
there's not like a method behind it, right? Where he's like,
he's just getting older.
Yeah, he's just like, as he ages and time goes on, he just like gets better and stronger, and yeah. And
I adore that. And I think that's what is so much. I can't wait to see that all play out in the TV show.
They've just done the TV show so well that I'm like, yes, I just want them to do all of it.
I can't wait for you to see that, because they keep introducing consistently stronger characters to show how much his strength is increasing.
Like Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. So I think that's a perfect fit for a video game in terms of an RPG. Course,
I want it as an RPG as well, because you're like leveling up, getting stronger, getting better, fighting guys.
And I think you got to decide whether you want to make this as like a close 1-to-1, where it's just like a traditional, like you think about Marvel's Spider-Man, the Spider-Man games that were made by, who was making those again? They were so good.
Yeah.
Where you're just like doing traditional moves, and you're playing as the superhero would play out on a screen, and it looks the same as it would play out on the screen.
Right.
I feel like that's really hard for the power of Invincible in terms of his strength, because this one's tough.
I think,
but if you did this as like a turn-based RPG,
yeah, like if you did it, well, yeah. Part of me was thinking, because I was going back and forth, because I played, Midnight Suns, where it was a turn-based game, and it was like, it was really fun. And like, you could tell when the guys were more powerful, But then also with Invincible, just because of like you can fly around and it's crazy. Part of me was like, is it open world where you're
It's have to
zipping
be
around
open
and you're doing
the whole
stuff?
planet, which is, I feel like, a huge ask. So
a
that's
big
why I
ask.
kind of think you bring it back down to a more reasonable scope. And as a turn-based, you can have companions.
Patrick said takes a Persona formula, part social sim, part dungeon crawl, combat, adventure. That could make sense, actually, because I was going to ask, that was my next question. A big part of it, too, is like his social life.
That's what I was going to say. I would do it. Oh, yeah.
Like, do you have to do
Well, that's
missions?
why I like a JRPG, turn-based JRPG,
Yeah.
where you can recruit people to your party. So maybe you have Adam Eve on your team.
Yeah.
Maybe she comes in as like because that's what I'd struggle with. You think about his fight with Conquest in the most recent season. Sorry, spoilers.
Uh-oh.
And he's fighting Conquest, but a big part of that fight is not just Mark versus Conquest, it's Adam Eve.
Adam Eve shows up
and you put that into a video game, how does that look?
Right.
Is Adam Eve just an NPC that randomly is like doing moves and like helping you kind of in a God of War sort of way? Like Atreus, or like you're kind of controlling her or pointing her, and then you're like, God, this is just so mussy. I'd rather just have her in a turn-based JRPG.
You could do it similar to how you do like Mass Effect. You have the party system where you bring in your party members, and then they will have different abilities based on your relationship with them. So if you've worked on your relationship, like how far you've progressed, and there's a few games that do this, how far you've progressed changes their abilities and access to abilities and how powerful they can be. That maybe would be something you could do with Invincible, because there's a lot of other superheroes. It's not just him. There's a lot of superheroes.
That's what you got to. That's
in.
what matters most about this game is that you're not just Mark Grayson in a brawler, beat him up,
flying around, just beating things up.
That bores me, and it doesn't really capture what makes Invincible so cool. Is that the guy that made it sat down and made an entire new comic book universe from scratch that doesn't draw from pre-existing characters. He made them all, and they're so dope. But
so I think you really have to do that, the relationship piece of it. But you're right, you do want it to make it feel like you're getting better and more powerful, but also like your other characters are improving a little bit and getting a little bit better. You have to have relationships as part of it. You have to. It's like such a big piece.
Yeah, I think you forced my hand on this, and you forced me to make a decision right now. It's JRPG. It's turn-based, and it's pixelated for fun. It's just pixelated. Like
you know what I want to see?
Cutscenes that are more realistic, like Final Fantasy VII kind of a deal. But no, I want a pixelated Mark Grayson.
I want a pixelated game, but I want it to be like that little bit like sleeker, sexier looking pixelated.
For sure.
I want that.
Like
I have
Dead Cells.
We haven't been getting that a lot, and I want that. And
I get that. Because it'd be cool to move around the map and have like mini bosses like the Mauler twins and larger bosses like Battle Beast. And then in the middle, you've got all the one-offs like those Martian creatures or those time aliens that come and invade, and you've got to fight through those.
The other thing I was thinking is you could have a dynamic in there, because the other piece is there is consequences during his fights. Like when they destroy too much stuff, people are like,
"What the fuck?
We hate you."
Yeah.
Like, and so like, what if there was a meter for that? Like you had to be careful on how you were doing attacks based on your location. You couldn't just like go ham all the time and just start like, if you're in the city, you can't just start chucking guys into buildings and like, you know what I mean? Like you have to be a little bit more careful or your social standing meter will go down. I don't know.
And that's another cool element that we really haven't touched on yet is that in Invincible, lots of people die permanently.
Yeah, that's true.
And you guys don't even know who's coming up next. A lot of people that you guys like already are going to die.
Dead.
And so that would be cool to see. Not that those die at a standard set point, but that they can die. Like if you're in your turn-based battle,
that would be interesting.
And you lose a party member, they're dead.
That would be interesting. Like you could have,
and you get to the very end of the game, and it's hard because at the end of the series, Mark has to come together with everyone, and it's like all out.
And if they get really hurt, but they don't die, like they'll have to be
Out of
getting
commission.
healed by Cecil for a while.
Oh,
You know what
all
I
that
mean?
stuff with Cecil, yeah, all that shit would be.
It could be a good game.
This
could
is
be
like
fun.
when we talked about making a Simpsons game, and I was so sad for the whole rest of the episode because it wasn't ever going to get made.
Yeah.
This is that for me. Is that we're never going to get the Invincible JRPG that I want.
Like it could be so
Fuck!
so fun.
Why did I do this? Why did we do this to ourselves?
Okay, well then I'll give you one that's not so
Okay.
that you won't care about. You ready?
Yeah. Is it Bachelor in Paradise?
No.
Okay.
Did you do Bachelor?
It's on my list. I didn't do it. I want to see what you could do with it.
You want
Seems
me
like
to do
a little,
Bachelor?
low hanging fruit though. It's just like a dating sim.
Yes, but
So
okay. Well, wait. Let me do Bachelor then, because I had a thought about this. It is a dating sim, but all of your relationships will unlock different. Because it's a score-based thing. You're trying to get a higher score,
mhm,
so you will for your relationship will last longer.
mhm.
And different girls that you're like moving further along with will unlock like different types of abilities or like different types of bonuses, maybe more like for your character. So like there could be a girl who's not like the super hot sexy one, but she's going to unlock maybe I don't know. And so you're just like going through like your connection meter has gone up, or your I don't know. So you're like different stats are getting buffed based on who you keep and and you're really trying to get the best stats so your relationship will succeed at the end. That's what
Yeah, it seems fucking boring.
Oh,
That's why I didn't bring it
all
up.
JRPGs or not JRPG, all
Dating
dating
sims.
sims seem kind of boring. Like I've played a couple, and you're like, haha, and then you're like, this is not
Yeah,
funny.
I'm kind of over it. Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Hmm.
My 600-pound life.
All right, JD, you can do this. You can be appropriate with this. We can get through this together. You and me. Not say anything offensive. Why did you do this to me? So I play as the doctor, yeah?
I don't know.
I'm
you
the-
tell
I'm the
me.
doctor.
Yeah.
And this is the game, is that when people come in, I'm trying to do everything I can. It's like a text-based
Okay.
thing where I'm trying to say just the right hold on. Why would you choose my 600-pound life?
I just wanted to do one that sounded really hard.
Okay, you know what it is? It's a text adventure game.
Text adventure game. Maybe AI is on the other side of it.
Yeah.
Why don't we have a good text adventure game using AI?
Because we're too busy having it steal everyone's jobs.
True.
And no one's making text adventure games right now, so AI is uninterested.
AI is not interested
Yeah,
in
they
this.
just want to steal people's jobs. So yeah, you're playing as the doctor, and then it just like drops a line of text. So and so walked into your office. This is their situation, and you can ask them about their lifestyle, and then you can do things like ask them if they're lying, like L.A. Noire,
Yeah.
where you're like,
Mhm.
I doubt.
Mhm.
I think you're lying to me. You don't eat only vegetables.
You haven't drank water this year.
Your calorie intake is not under 2,500 a day.
Did like this
Like
last
maybe
meal?
since you walked in the office.
Like you're eating right now.
I can see since you sat down, you've eaten 2,500 calories in my office. So yeah, that's what I like for this one. Text adventure. What is that called? What is LA Noire called? Like that type of game where you're like doing like having conversations. What's that kind of?
I mean, it's
You know
a
what I'm
puzzle
talking
game,
about?
isn't it? I mean, that's probably how it's coded. It's like a puzzle game.
I wish I knew. Let's see. Maybe gameplay will tell me.
Like what the genre is for it. Like, isn't it
yeah.
on Steam? What are the tags it has on Steam?
Okay.
Which I know aren't always the most reliable. but
No,
it's
I
gonna
know.
be
But let's
close.
see.
We can see your screen on there. So if you start looking at porn games, we're all gonna know.
It's okay.
He's just always doing the whole time. He's just looking at
Detective, maybe detective.
puzzle, detective.
Because it's like
Simulation.
dating sims have aspects of that.
Mhm.
When you want to say the right thing and you
Right.
choose these different text options.
What if you were typing in the options though? Because it was like really AI is
Mhm.
part of this. What if you're typing it in and it's like
But no,
responding?
I like text adventure too, because then like people come in and you'll get updates on your patients and whether or not they just died.
You did
You
terrible
just
job.
Did a terrible job.
He died, had a heart
Yeah.
attack. He was definitely lying to you about his calorie
My
intake.
600-pound text adventure.
Sounds horrible, honestly, but
Who
it would.
plays that game?
It could be streamers. Streamers do that.
Oh yeah, no, that's a good streamer
Screw
game.
around
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, because then you could just put like a picture, like a pixelated picture of a patient that comes in the
Yeah.
office, and then the text is just kind of at the bottom of your
Yeah.
screen there.
Mhm.
And then if they come in and they're like slightly smaller, the next episode
You're like,
oh, fuck yeah,
yeah,
okay,
I think this is
doing it
working.
right.
Put them on the scale,
Mhm.
measure, weigh them out, see what's
Yeah.
going on. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's the best
All right.
I can do.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see. I got one for you. Well, I feel like they made a bunch of video games of this, so maybe this isn't a good one. But Stranger Things.
They do have some video games for this, and none of them are great. I think I owned one and I never played it.
Hmm.
It was like almost like a beat 'em up.
Because I didn't watch this back past like halfway through the first season.
What?
Yeah. I think I was watching with Jenna and she just got freaked out. So I was like, whatever. It didn't really grip me.
Okay. Let me think.
Yeah, I mean, Goonies rehashes do we really need?
Okay. Got it. This is going to be more like a platformer, but a platformer where you can, like, with a little bit of combat involved. But one of the key elements of the game is to beat certain levels, you're going to have to jump back and forth between the real world and the upside down.
Okay.
Because like the upside down will have slightly different properties. So there's like games that do this sort of thing
Yeah.
where you're like,
Oh, yeah.
it changes,
Mhm.
and that's what it's going to be like. It's not going to be the best game, but it's going to
It's
have
like an indie platform.
it'll have like a big 80s feel to it. The
Yeah.
soundtrack's going to be a little 80s. Everything's going to look a little 80s. And that's going to be the real draw for it. And then just like this element of like going in and out of the upside down to like solve the level
Mhm.
of a platformer is what I think. Like I said, a little bit of combat, but not a lot because it's not like a combat type of show
Yeah.
most of the time.
No.
Sometimes it is. Maybe some of the levels, like you play as the guy with one of the guys, the older guys, and they're like got a baseball bat or something like that. Because there is in one of the later seasons,
Mhm.
they actually like prep and fight the monster, and they got like
Sick.
bat with nails in it and stuff, and they're like hitting stuff and things like that. And then 11 will have like levels where she's actually using abilities and powers and stuff like that. But there's going to be levels where you're playing as just like one of the dorky kids where you're just like on a bike, and like doing that sort of thing. And I don't know. I think that's it. And I think it's a mediocre video game.
Yeah.
As like I
Sounds
even
mediocre.
Snorgle says in this, the Stranger Things games are just fine.
Yeah.
It's not,
I'd say that's good. There's some shows you can't turn them into games.
and I really think like it's hard to do because it's not a combat show, it's not a fighting show, it's a horror.
And
And
you tried to make the Goonies into a video game, it would suck too.
yeah, and they have, I think, and they weren't like great back
Yeah.
in the day. It was the same type of thing. It was kind of like a running around platformer. Like if you're a big fan of the show, you'll be into it and it'll be fun and it will be interesting, but it's not gonna like make waves, it's not gonna be super interesting.
Okay, do you have any more? I just had one, but I was like, it kind of.
I had one more too, and it was very similar.
Oh, which one was it?
Seinfeld.
Oh,
I was like, I don't know how you would do it, and I wanted to see. But we did The Office, and so
Yeah.
it was like,
one I had that I thought would be fun if you did it right, and if you made it, I guess as close to the show as possible, it actually could be really great. Is Rick and Morty? If you could do, I was thinking Rick and Morty as a roguelike, because every is a new adventure. So
yeah,
you go and do the adventure, and you either finish it or you die, and then you just go back to the beginning. And maybe you have a new ability, but rarely like do Rick and Morty, get new abilities, or really anything.
Yeah, like maybe some. Okay, what if sometimes when you die, because you'll just go into a different alternate universe, like that's
Exactly,
gonna be
yeah.
like, oh, now we're on Earth E44 or whatever. Every now and then, maybe like 1 out of 10 times, you're just super random. You're like
Mhm.
Mantis, Rick and Morty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're like,
So
oh,
you start
okay.
every level or whatever. You start every run as a brand new Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
You're like Cronenberg, Rick and Morty, or whatever. You're tall
that'd be kind of
Morty,
fun. Tall Morty.
and you're just like you just have some nonsense adventure you go on. That would be the challenge. Is like the levels themselves.
Yeah.
What do you do? What is it? A side scroller? Is it a 3D platformer where you're running around, shooting things?
What if it is similar? What's that game you told me about that has like 50 games in it or whatever?
Oh yeah, UFO 50.
What if it's closer to that? But because there's all sorts of different type of games. You're in the ship doing something.
Yeah.
You're going into
You have one game that's like FTL kind of.
Yeah.
You have one game that's like a platformer.
and they're all like smaller types of games.
Yeah.
But like one game where you're playing as what's the arcade game that they play? Roy. You're like one game is just that.
Roy Simulator.
Like what if it was
Went
like
back to the carpet store?
there's like 50 different types of little games in there, and they're all different Rick and Morty adventures that they can have.
Yeah.
And
That's the
sometimes
one.
you have like a slightly different ability set
Yeah.
going into the game. You're like, oh, I'm playing this as like Cronenberg Morty. Like this is gonna be
No, I fucking
bananas.
love that. I love UFO 50, but Rick and Morty.
that would
could
be kind
dope.
of fun. Yeah.
Okay. All right. We've had some really good ones. Oh, Patrick said Seinfeld's point and click adventure. And Rick and Morty's a rehash of LSD Dream Emulator. If you guys have any good ones, jump on our Discord. We want to hear them. I'm sure you guys have got better approaches than we did. Oh, what's this? Oh, here we go.
Let's skip the next thing and go to the dice.
We promised it.
Oh, we
Yep.
did?
It's just in the intro. It's
I don't
fine.
care about these. What we promise.
Promises. What are promises?
Because we're at an hour 30.
We're at Dice of Destiny 30.
We're at Dice of Destiny time.
All right, Dice of Destiny is this game where we have dice that decide what we're gonna do with our lives.
Honestly, it's kind of nice. If you guys ever don't know what to do, just pull out the dice. Like it's kind of nice letting a die roll decide.
Yeah, it's
That's
actually
the best part is you can be like, all right, I'm gonna roll the dice and be like, I don't like that one. You can re-roll it if you want.
You can change your own destiny.
Yeah, only a limited amount of times though.
No, and then you'll curse yourself.
If you
seven
really-
times.
If you really want the Dice of Destiny experience, though, just reach out to me or JD, and we will roll the dice for you. And then you're stuck because I'm not going to do a re-roll for you.
If you want the real Dice of Destiny experience, go to 3bitgamershow.com
Oh yeah, you can actually. That's the gaming version.
and then click the drop-down menu, and there's literally a Dice of Destiny page. 3bitgamershow.com/dice. You click the button, it'll give you. So I just did it. The genre is dark, and the price is $55.
There you go.
And you can just read RPG $35, space $45, zombie $55.
Yeah.
So you can just play it on our website.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
You can do this with any part of your life, really. You can't decide what to eat.
Zombie $22.
Roll. Zombie.
So Peterson rolled a $20 fighting game last week. What'd you pick?
Okay.
You got lucky.
So yeah, I was like fighting, kill me. And I went onto the fighting tag on Steam, and I was like, I gotta find something. And one of the ones that popped up, because like based on your wish list, and I had TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Splintered Fate. That is the Hades Ninja Turtles game. I played a demo of it, thought it was great. So it's on my wish list, and it's on sale right now, 50% off. It was $15.
Lucked out.
Yes.
You love those.
And I
turtles.
was like, I went and looked while we were recording, or right
Mhm.
before we started, and I was like, when does that sale end? In 4 hours. So I went and just bought it right now.
Perfect.
Because otherwise it's a $30 game. I'm not buying it for $30. So yeah, I am going to play Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Splintered Fate, which I'm kind of excited for. I've thought about this game a bunch of times. Because I loved it when I played the demo, so I want to like play the game of it. So
I'm excited because you haven't played Hades in a minute.
No,
I feel
I'm
like-
Hades 2. I am like ready to play.
Yeah, this is like
I just want a
methadone.
little bit more of the content to release. Like I watched the updates and I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
we're getting real close.
I think this could be good, and this one got great reviews too, right?
Mhm.
People love this game.
This one is a co-op game. Like you can play with other people, so we'll see if that's an option. But I want to play it. It just looks fun. So,
TMNT Splintered Fate.
Yeah.
I like that. All right. Well, that's it. I hope you guys are having a better day than us. It's a better week. Or at least if you weren't, maybe we helped.
yeah. I mean, it's not the worst week we've ever had. Not the best week we've ever had. That's where we're at.
I remember the worst week I ever had.
It's like, yeah,
Had a few recently,
yeah, feels good.
but I know that this one is not that.
It's not as bad.
Because those are
So that
so
feels good,
recent.
right?
All right. Play us out. We've got Smile from Hippie Sabotage.
It's good.
Thanks to Patrick, Snorgle, Abby, anyone else that jumped on for our live stream.
Yeah, we had but in and out.
Yeah, subscribe to us on YouTube, guys. And YouTube will tell you when to watch us.
Jump in and out.
Yeah, just jump in and out. JD, logging off.
This is Peterson going AF crazy.
Oh.
It's a good song.
It's a great song.
Send this to me.
Okay. You ever listen to Hippie Sabotage?
What's that?
You ever listen to Hippie
You gotta hit end
Sabotage?
stream. Hit it again.
Oh my god, why?
You gotta hit it and then quit it. And now go click on